your fellow mates to join. I messaged in the group, and many people said that they will be joining. Maybe they're joining, so let's wait for a minute. And today's class, we are discussing chapter 2. We will speak about coherence, cohesion. I think I'll be able to give you examples and make you understand. I've taken from the best and the best blog writers. Dev Jyoti is there. Okay, good afternoon, Dev Jyoti. Dev Jyoti, am I audible to you? Can you hear me, Dev Jyoti?
Yes, sir.
Jyoti, I have been explaining what is coherence and cohesion. I give you an assignment also. We'll continue with the same, explaining you more theoretically what is coherence and cohesion, because we are coming to the end of chapter 2, which emphasizes on you to become a good writer, the importance of punctuations, how coherence and cohesion plays a role. So we'll start again the theoretical discussion. So allow me to share the screen. Is it fine, Saurav? Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Is my screen visible to you all? Can you all see my screen? Shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
We are paying it to cohesion and coherence. I have explained it to you earlier also. I've given you an assignment also. I've gone through more or less all of your assignments. I've replied to you back with the what is coherence and cohesion, because please keep in mind, if you want to become a good writer, and in our next class also I'll do a PPT presentations with taking examples from all possible areas, from good author, contemporary authors, and proving you what is coherence and cohesion. So it's very much important. And our today's class, we will be exclusively emphasizing on coherence and cohesion. Fine. So what is coherence and cohesion? Any idea? By this time you have been, going through it. Any idea, Tushar, what is coherence and cohesion? You were present in all the earlier classes also, Tushar. Any idea, anyone? See, if you have to
Sir,
remember,
your voice is cracked.
can you hear me? Shubhra Sundar, can you hear me? Shubhra Sundar, can you hear me?
Yes,
Am
sir.
I audible? Yes. So coherence can be defined in one, it's being logical. In a very simple word, I am giving you logic. Why am I giving you logic? To make you understand something of my own. It can be anything. I remember in the last class that we had, I told this boy, Shubho, is he there? Has Shubho joined? Shubha has not joined yet. I was telling Shubho, like, he says he liked Takeoff songs, Rabindra Songit, we call it in Bengali. And this guy, Aman, has not heard about Takeoff songs. So what logic will you give him to explain him, understand why you like Takeoff songs? Like it's like, or put it in, let's put it in this way. Shubha Sundar, what are your hobby? Anything that you are interested in, any good book or good author that you read, Shubhra? Shubhra, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
What is your hobby, Shubhra?
Sir, gaming.
I beg your pardon, I can't get you. Come again.
Sir, I say gaming.
Your voice is breaking.
Gaming, sir. Gaming.
Gaming. Okay. Now, gaming is something which I'm not at all interested. I find it very boring. I find it wastage of time. Definitely there is a very big age gap between me and Shubhro. Our preferences are different, our choices are different. Now, Shubhro, you are giving me logic. Okay, Shubhro, can you tell me why do you think gaming is so interested? How will you convince me? Shubhro, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, why is gaming so interested? What if I say gaming is very boring? Shubhro.
Sir, we can spend our time when we get bored to
Okay.
play game.
So see, that is the logic. When you're constantly giving logic, like you said, we can spend our time when you're getting bored. You need concentration. So that is coherence. It's like giving logic. Then what is cohesion then? Cohesion is representing the logic very nicely. Cohesion is overall packing, like when you dress up, starting from your head to toe, you come in a complete attire. That is cohesion. Cohesion, on the other hand, refers to the act of forming a whole unit. When I say whole unit, an introduction to the topic, proper paragraphing. I'm sure all of you have understood what is paragraphing now. So, what is coherence? Coherence is being logic, giving you logic, pursuing you in something, making you believe something. Cohesion is acting as a formal holding unit, representing it in a very nice way. So, like to give you an example, many of you are from engineering background. However, from civil engineering, I think only Aman is there. Has Aman joined? Aman, are you there? Aman,
No, sir, he will not join today
what happened to him?
because,
Tushar, is he fine?
sir, he said his mobile battery is
Okay, I
0%,
understand. Okay,
and he
so
has no line.
oh, I understand. Fine. Say, for instance, bricks and cement can be put together to form a structure. How the structure will be you design and you make a house. That's it. Now, coloring the house, making it presentable is cohesion. Fine. Cohesion is overall representation. Fine. And coherence is giving logic. Like the bricks and the cement are your logic. They are your coherence. And when you color it very nicely, you make a very nice house for your client. If you're a civil engineer in building, that becomes your cohesion. So am I being able to make you all understand what is coherence and cohesion? Is it clear, Devjyoti? Devjyoti,
Yes,
বোঝাতে
sir.
পারলাম?
Yes, sir.
I hear Paulomi. Paulomi, are you there?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes.
Sir, in my ERPA portal, it's saying class will start from 4.
Yeah, we have preponed it. That's what I have messaged it because Amrita ma'am is not keeping well. I don't know if you know about it. So I thought you guys will be free in the evening. As simple as that.
Oh,
Is it
sorry,
fine?
sir. I was unknown by that.
No, no, no problem. I don't know if you know about it, ma'am. Amrita ma'am has been detected with COVID. Really pray for her and I hope she recovers, And so that's the reason Pankaj sir asked me to take the class earlier. I informed in the group and I thought you will be free for the evening. So I started early. Is it fine? Shall we proceed? Saurav?
Okay, sir.
Yes. Uh, who is this? Follow me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Me.
Yes, follow me. Please tell me.
Yes, sir. Cohesion means outlook.
Outlook, you're absolutely right. Presentation.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Right? Okay. See this. You can have cohesion without coherence. Like, say, for instance, follow me. Remember the invitation letter that you were writing. There was no coherence in an invitation letter. There is no coherence. It's a formal invitation, but there was a cohesion. Remember, like I showed to you. First we write to, then we write the
Yes,
principal.
sir.
That is how you present. Outlook. You're right. You got it very, very well. Is that fine? Shall we
Yes, sir.
proceed? Yeah. Now, see, let's consider these two sentences to make you understand coherence and cohesion. Can you all see my screen? Do you want me to increase the font size? Could you see this line? I bought
Yes,
some
sir.
hummus to eat with Surly. Green vegetables can boost your metabolism. The Australian Greens is a political party. I couldn't decide what to wear the New Year's party. Could you guys see this line? Shall I read it out again? Shall I read it again?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I bought some hummus. Hummus is like it's actually pronounced hummus. It's like sauce. You could say it's like a gravy. It's like mayonnaise. You know mayonnaise? It's like a chutney to be in a very simple word. I bought some hummus to eat with surly. Surly is a type of leaf which you salad leaf. You load it in hummus and you have it. Green vegetables can boost your metabolism. The Australian Greens is a political party. I couldn't decide what to wear to the New Year's party. What are your comments on these sentences? Follow me. Could you see that? Lineগুলো পড়তে পারছো? What do you mean? Tell me.
So green vegetable is healthy for our health.
Okay. Then it says Australian Greens is a political party. Did you
This is
see that?
a political party.
Hmm. Then again, you see party, it says, I couldn't decide what to wear the New Year's party. Did you see that?
Yes, sir. So party, there is party use two meanings.
Yeah. But do you think the sentences have any connection? Are the sentences trying to tell you anything?
Sir,
Anyone?
green.
Tushar?
They are
Yes.
highlight.
No,
Sir,
sir.
they.
It's totally different, sir.
Okay, that's what Debojyoti is saying. And Shubho was
Sir,
saying something. Shubho.
sir. I think all the sentences are highlighting the green, sir.
Okay. Anybody else? Any comment on this?
Sir, all are uh, not
Sir,
connecting with
all
each other.
Yes, absolutely. Debojyoti and Tushar, you're right. The sentences are not connecting to each other. There are some common words, but the sentences in concretely it's not telling you anything, which means the sentences do not have any coherence. Am I being able to make you understand? First, they're saying to eat hummus with Surly. Surly is a green leaf. Okay, then the second sentence is saying green vegetables can boost your metabolism. Okay, good. We can understand till here. They're supporting having green vegetables is good for health, which Paulomi also said. But the third and fourth sentences absolutely do not have any connection. The third one says American Greens is a political party. The fourth one, again, suddenly the author starts telling us he or she doesn't know what to wear in a New Year's party. So there is no coherence in the sentences at all. Am I being able to make you understand? It's like in Bengali, we call it abul tabul bokche. Hindi mein you could say bakwas bol rahe. And you could also say in English, mumbo jumbo speaking. We also use a very good phrase, remember phrases and idioms? We said, roaming around under the mulberry bush. Is it fine? Am I being able to make you understand coherence?
Yes, sir.
This example is an
Sir,
absolutely example. Yes. Who said sir? Shubro, you said sir? Shubro, any doubt?
no, sir. I say yes, sir.
I could see Saurav. Saurav, you have a nice hair, good hairstyles. Fine, very good.
Thank you,
Um,
sir.
you're welcome. Fine. So to proceed, okay. See, that is what we're saying. However, the string of sentences do not make any sense. Whenever you see sentences are not making any sense, where they are concretely not convincing you anything, you're not understanding anything, that means that paragraph or that sentences absolutely do not have coherence. I'm sure by this time all of you have understood what is coherence. So whenever you're writing, by the end of this chapter, which we will end on our Wednesday's class, we will end our formal introduction to writing. And then again, we move on to chapter 3, where we'll be introducing to prepositions. I see so many of you writing me back in group WhatsApp, and you lack so much of prepositions. We'll discuss that in the preposition class. By the meantime, when you go to chapter 4, which is on where you have assignment like writing essays and all that, please keep in mind that time coherence is very important. Ask yourself, what am I trying to say to the reader? मैं क्या बोलना चाहता हूँ अपने reader को? And when you do that, you prepare yourself to be a good speaker also. When you're sitting for an interview, you are asking, what shall I say to the interviewer? So that way. Okay, how now coming to cohesive devices, do you understand the meaning of cohesive devices? Cohesive is taken from the word cohesion, and cohesion, as I explained it to you, hiring the word, what Paulomi said, it's outlook. Cohesive devices, what are cohesive devices? Any idea? What are cohesive devices?
It's a mobile.
Mobile? Oh, you think mobile is a device? Okay, how could cohesive device be a mobile? Anyone?
Sir, Outlook.
Sir,
It.
words.
Mhm.
Sir, it gives the Outlook, sir.
Okay, mobile gives an outlook to you. Like if you
Yes, sir.
use an Apple, you will look good. That's what you're trying to
Yes, sir.
say.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes.
No, devices means instruments. Devices means machines. Devices means things. Now tell me, what will be cohesive devices? It means cohesive machines. It means cohesive things. What can be cohesive things? What are the things that you think will make your writing look beautiful?
Sir, pronouns.
Pronouns, no, not
Sir,
necessarily.
sir,
Yes.
Sir, phrases.
conjunction.
Sir, phrase.
Conjunction, definitely. Conjunction, synonyms, anonyms.
Conjunction and pronouns.
Yes. Then punctuations, using the right punctuations. I replied back to two, three of you. I wrote, I is always capital. Many of you write I in small letters. I can never be in small letters. Fine. So all these things, like if you notice, when you open your syllabus, still now we have been discussing punctuations, and we have been, I'm talking about chapter number 2, paragraphing, all this proper narration, quoting so and so people said, like say for instance, Dev Jyoti, you said you like gaming, right, Dev Jyoti? Who said
Yes,
who?
sir.
Yeah. So Dev Jyoti, say for instance, you got some quotes from net, maybe some famous people, maybe Chetan Bhagat, or somebody has said, I enjoy gaming. So put him, even Chetan Bhagat enjoys gaming. This is how these are cohesive devices, how you make your writing interesting. If we have to say what are the cohesive devices, four very, very essential ones. Paragraphing, having a proper paragraph. Second thing is usage of punctuations. Third, of usage of phrases. I was very surprised. People who participated for the Gitanjali's presentation, none of you used a phrase. I've given you so many phrases. Fourth is stock of words, synonyms and anonyms. This all makes your writing look really, really very, very beautiful. So, um, again, if we have to conclude what are the coercive devices, we said synonym, anonyms, punctuations, paragraphing, and phrases. Fine, Now, before you focus on your coherence, it also matters, what is the purpose? And the purpose can be classified into four categories. The first is, can you see my screen? Can all of you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Can
Yes,
you
sir.
see my
Yes,
cursor?
sir.
The
Yes,
first
sir.
purpose is to entertain. When you're writing, you are writing from the perspective of entertain. To give you an example, it's like, say for instance, have you, by any chance, have you guys heard about Shobha De? Any one of you? Shobha De, a very well columnist, author who writes in Times of India. Have you heard about her, anyone?
No, sir.
No,
Uh,
sir.
Shobha De, she writes in a very entertaining form. Whenever you're reading her writing, you will never get bored. You will always enjoy. Whereas she's informing something. Like, are you aware about this thing? Bill Gates and Melinda Gates getting divorced. Getting divorced. Are you guys know about? You guys know about it?
Yes, sir.
So this,
Yes,
I'll give you an
sir.
example in the next class, picking up directly from our article, how she focuses on informing you with an entertainment. Are you getting me? Like, if you noticed, in my class, okay, Shubhru, can you hear me? Shubhru, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Shubhru, if I ask you, do you enjoy my class? I know you will say yes, because nobody on my face will say no. Maybe behind me, you might be saying, I don't like Sir's class. Anshuman Paul's class is very boring. So I'll not ask that. Saurav, I want to believe you enjoy my class because I could see you and you're not yawning till now. So, which gives me a feeling that you're enjoying my class, right? But since I
Yes,
can't
sir.
see Shubhru Sundar, so let's ask Shubhru Sundar this question. Okay, Shubhra Sundar, one thing that you find is very unique in my class, one thing that you want to say, I as a teacher, you find is very unique in my class and is not there in anybody's class. Is my
Sir, I
question?
want to say something.
Yeah, yeah, sure, we'll hear from you. Shubhra, please.
Sir, sir, me, follow me.
Yeah, Paulumi, I'll hear from you, but let's hear from Shubhra now. Shubhra,
Yes,
can
sir.
you hear me? Shubhra, Shubhra, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Shubhra, did you get my question?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Shubhra. So what is that unique thing that you find in the English class is not there in any other class? Okay, maybe you didn't find anything unique. You can think about it. We'll
Sir,
hear from. Yes,
sir,
yes,
sir,
yes, Shubhra.
yes, sir. Sir, actually, sir, I like your friendly attitude towards us.
I'm very sorry, I can't get you. Can you repeat again, Shubro? Shubro?
Sir, his bandwidth is low.
Oh, I
There's some
understand.
network
Okay,
issue.
follow me. You were saying something.
Yes, sir. You always make us happy and laugh. That's why.
Oh, that's very good. So, will you believe me? In my class, I'm trying to entertain you
Yes, sir.
because I know all of you are loaded with work. It's very difficult to attend a class like this in an online device. See, I'm again using the word device. And then most of you must be thinking why English is required for me. We are engineers. So keeping on this thing in mind in my class, if a teacher basically always gives an information, that is the job of the teacher, to give you knowledge, to give you information in the form of knowledge. But in between, I always try to entertain you as well. So many times when you're writing an article, or you're presenting, keep in mind, is there a scope of entertainment? Of course, there are some serious issues, like say, for instance, if you are writing about the deaths of COVID, the COVID is snatching so near and dear one, or say to that matter, we heard that our teacher, one of our very close teacher, Amrita ma'am, is not keeping well. So when we see that she is suffering from COVID, there's not a scope of entertainment over there. But wherever you see there's a scope of entertainment, please do that. So when you are starting from to build a coherence, first it start, what is my purpose? Am I trying to entertain or am I trying to give information? Like if you notice the news always gives you information. There is no scope of entertainment. Next comes persuade, and persuade is always and always related to coherence. What does the word persuade means? Any one of you? Persuade? Persuade. Devjyoti, Shubho, what does persuade means?
Don't know, sir.
By any chance, have you guys heard about a movie, a very famous movie? It won so many
Adapt.
Oscars.
To convince.
Sorry, is this Zinat? Are you there? Who spoke now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, Zinat. What does persuade means?
So to convince someone.
Yes, absolutely. Zinat, by any chance, did you see this
Sir,
movie?
argument.
Argument is not pursued. The result of argument is to pursue. It's to make someone believe, to make someone convince. By any chance, Tushar, you're saying something? Tushar, did you
Sir,
just say
adapt.
something? Sorry? By any
Adapt.
chance, adapt? Is that
The
what you're saying? Can
pursuit
you?
means subtract.
I still can't get you. Pursuit means to subtract? Can you write down on the chat box? Use the chat box wherever you find there is a voice. Something is happening with the voice. It's lacking or something. You can always use the chat box. By any chance, did you guys see this movie? I'll see. Tushar has written something in the chat box. Just give me a second. Adapted, no. Pursuit can be adapted, but I think it's more what Zinat says is to convince someone. And once you're convinced, then maybe you can adapt it. So pursuit is to convince. So a pursue. And if you are trying to make people believe, then you have to develop the logic. And that is where your coherence comes into the picture, right? And then definitely celebrate. Like, if it's a celebration, then create that spirit. Usually in my class, I always try to celebrate. We just did the Tagore's birthday. Maybe we'll figure out something in June. And when you're doing that celebration, I think that way the entire things changes. So please keep in mind, there has to be four reasons mainly for your coherence factor. Like the type of article that you write basically can be divided into four categories: entertain, inform, persuade, celebrate. Out of this four, in case of inform, there is not much scope of coherence. Fine, because inform is I'm just giving you a message. Inform is like I'm inviting you, an invitation letter, like we invite Polominos, we invited principals, or we invited the DIs. It's
Yes,
like
sir.
there is an event which is happening on 5th of May, please do join. That is inform. There is not very scope of what you call coherence over here. But सबसे ज्यादा coherence का scope है in case of persuade. I am making you believe in what I believe, so that is. And however, it can be a combine of all, you can combine entertain and information. You can combine entertain with persuade also. And celebration, again, is also something where there is no scope of coherence, but celebration has a strong connection with entertainment. Whenever there is a celebration, it indirectly means there is an entertainment also. It can be a celebration of victory, it can be a celebration of somebody's birth anniversary, great people, like the way we did. Fine. So these are basically the four types of your coherence. Fine.
Sir,
Yes. Is it
so there
Shubho?
is a yes, sir. There is a
Yes,
question,
Shubho,
sir.
please tell me. Mhm.
Sir, you gave us a homework, sir. In
Yes.
that homework, there is two paragraphs. And what type of coherence is this, sir?
Will it be okay if I complete the class and then I get back to you? I'll complete this and I'll open that screen. I'll do screen share and then I'll
O-
explain. Is that fine, Shubho?
o-
Shubho? I'll do that. Fine.
okay, sir.
Fine.
Okay, sir.
I'll
Okay, sir.
surely do that. Fine. Then you'll get an idea also what is coherence and how to do this exercise. But Shubho, have I been able to make you understand what is coherence and cohesion? আমি কি তোমাকে
Yes,
এটা
sir.
বোঝাতে পেরেছি কোহেরেন্স এন্ড কোহেশন কি?
Yes, sir.
এটার
Yes,
মধ্যে
sir.
কোনো সন্দেহ মানে তোমার কোনো দ্বিধা নেই তো? তুমি বুঝতে পেরেছো একদম স্পষ্ট কোহেরেন্স
Yes,
কি আর
sir.
কোহেশন কি না? কোহেশন হচ্ছে উপস্থাপনা। পলমি ইউজ দ্য ওয়ার্ড আউটলুক, মানে জিনিসটাকে দেখতে কেমন লাগছে, বোঝাতে পারলাম শুভ?
Yes, sir.
কোহেরেন্স ইজ আমার যুক্তি।
Mm-hmm.
Fine. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
moving on, again, let's do another example. And also, as Shubhu pointed out, what I'll do is I will open the assignment that was given to you in the ERP and show you what type of coherence was it. Fine. What is the author trying to say? Because punctuation and capitalization, I think more or less all of them has done a good job, and I've replied back to them also. However, many of you have written I in small letter. I is always capital. But I think in the coherence part, I'm sorry to say that most of you didn't do a good job. So I'll surely explain it to you. Fine. So coming back to here, let's see. Yeah, fine. Um, okay. The next thing also matters is whom are you targeting? Like the cohesion always and always matters like that. Like, I'll first write down a word for you. Wait. Saurav Jaiswal writes, persuade means provide a reason to do something. Brilliant. Very, very nice answer. Saurav, did you open the Google dictionary or you knew the meaning? Saurav, can you hear me? I think if you guys can
No,
read
sir.
the chat, Saurav, if you guys can you guys see the chat box? Saurav's definition of persuasion.
Yes, sir.
It's very well said. Provide a reason to do something. See, the reason is the logic, and that's where coherence comes. Okay, I'll write down a word for you. Take your time, but don't waste more than a minute. Could you guys see the word in the chat box? MOOLAH.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
What does the word means? Keep on guessing. You could use Google. You could use whatever you have in front of you. Any
Sir,
devices.
sir, Molla, sir. Molla is a, there is, sir,
Money.
Mohammedan.
sir, কি বলে এটাকে? মসজিদে যে স্যার পূজা করে।
No, 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 no. That's Mola. That's Urdu word, MS word. Except no, no. This is Mola. MOOLAH. What does this word mean? Just type in Google. See.
I guess it means money.
Absolutely. How did you saw the Google, right? Yes, you're absolutely right. I appreciate your honesty. Mola means money. Saurabh, you saw the meaning in the Google, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes. If you guys go to any dictionary, you'll not typically get the meaning of the word mullah, because mullah is a contemporary English which is used in journalism. Fine. And it's being used by very non-academic author. What do I mean by non-academic author? Somebody whose book is not typically referred in academic colleges. Like, I have never seen this boy in the class, Anmol, you remember Zinat, are you there? Zinat, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Once a long argument was going on a comment by something said by Chetan Bhagat, and I could see what Anmol was writing. He really wrote well, but people who are not present in my class, I usually don't discuss whatever they've written and all that. I still stick to what Zinat says. I remember what she said that time. And every religion, every caste and creed, there are always a mix of good and bad people. Zinat, that's what you said somewhere, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this guy claims he has read all Chetan Bhagat's article. I don't know if anybody can claim such thing about any author. I really don't know. But if you notice Chetan Bhagat's article in Times of India, it comes out every Sunday. And just next to that will be Shobhade's article about whom I referred to. You will see Chetan Bhagat will never use words like mullah because Chetan Bhagat is very much academic. I don't know how many of you know about it. You know, he's an IITian, he's an engineer. Do you know about it?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Maybe
Yeah.
that
Yes, sir.
so that is the reason maybe Chetan Bhagat uses very polished, very formal English. Whereas Shobha De, she is comparatively not that much into academic. She's more from a mass comm background. Once she was into journalist and today very, very well-known author and very high-paid columnist, Typically in her column, you will see words like this, mullah. You will see words like this, aka. Do you know the meaning of aka? AKA? Any one of you?
So it's an
Yes.
abbreviation for as known as.
Also known as. Absolutely right. But as not as known as, also known as. Is it fine, Zinat?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How did you come to know Zinat? Are you into, you never studied mass comm. Maybe you were reading the newspapers. That's the reason.
Yes, sir. I read a lot, sir.
That's very, very good. That goes for all of you. Please read at least every Sunday. Try to read any of the editorials of any English newspapers. All of them are equally good. However, some of them I find very difficult. I need a dictionary to read them, like Asian Age Hindu. I personally like Times of India, and usually in my class, I refer to Times of India because that's quite widely accepted daily. So, if you notice, some words are used keeping in mind the readers are somebody who's very mature, the readers who are not from only from English background, or the readers who are not from any academic background. Why am I saying you all this thing is, see the word money and mullah, it can change on depending upon who is your target group. That's what is our next point says. When you're deciding the cohesion, like say for instance, if you're going for a formal presentation and if you're writing something, you will typically, and you're not supposed to do that, that's very informal. You're not supposed to say the word shit. Fine. To that matter, you will not hear me ever using this word in front of you. Fine. But obviously, when you're writing a message to your friend or someone, you're still using the word shit. Am I being able to make you understand who is your target group, depending upon also you decide what should be the layout or what should be the style? Am I being able to make you understand?
Yes,
Is it
sir.
Yes, sir.
what we say? First we said is the devices of cohesion. What are the things we said? We said there are mainly four devices. We said punctuations, we said then synonyms, antonyms, we said phrases, we said paragraphing. The second thing we said is, what is your purpose? Why are you doing this? Are you trying to entertain? Are you trying to inform? Are you trying to persuade? Or are you trying to celebrate? And a very nice definition of meaning of persuasion has been given by Saurav Jaiswal. The third thing we are saying is who. Who is your target group? Right? Are you getting my point? Like, see, for instance, I love to read a lot on philosophy, fine. But if I'm targeting you, I know most of you will not be interested in philosophy. So if I give you some article from philosophy, you will not be interested at all. So who is your target group? According to that, also it depends upon how you are going to present the article that you are going to write. Am I clear? Shall we proceed?
Sir, can you repeat, sir, the target, sir?
Target means Shubho, like say for instance, the way okay, can I be a bit let me be a bit informal, fine, say for instance, I really appreciate that, Shubho, when my students say that to me, it's very personal. I don't share it with everyone, but since you wanted an example, I'm giving it to you. There is a senior of yours in what you call, he studies in third year civil department. Whenever he is asking me something and I'm replying back and he is into music, he wants me to recite it and send it to him. When I do that, he always writes down in Bengali, "Sir, apnar voice e agun ache." Are you getting me, Shubho?
Yes, sir.
Now, the same thing he will not typically say to principal. If he is very happy with some work with a principal, he will probably say, "So you have a good voice, or you speak very well." Am I being able to make you understand, Shubho?
Yes, sir.
Which means the thing has changed depending upon whom he's conversing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Are you getting my point? So the
Yes, sir.
target, as per the target whom I'm referring to, as per we are changing. Are you getting me? There also a couple of things matters, like say for instance, some of you, if you're personally writing me a message, the tone and the language that you're using, typically when you're writing it in the group, you will not use the same word and the same language. Am I being able
Yes,
to
sir.
make all of you understand the concept of who? The
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
target.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Is it
Yes,
clear?
sir.
Saurav, have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Follow me, have you understood? Devjyoti, is it clear?
Yes,
Shall we?
sir.
Yes. Okay. So moving on. Remember, this is very, very important. Whenever next time you're writing an essay or you're writing an anything, ask yourself, why am I writing? The next question goes for whom I'm writing. Who will be reading it? Fine. Okay, so I'll give you some example of this one, and then I'll go to what Shubho said. I'll share, open that assignment that has been posted to you in your ERP. Okay, I'm sorry, guys, to introduce you again to a philosopher, Hegel. Saurav, your smile is gone. You're getting bored hearing the name of a philosopher?
No.
Please don't. I will not bore you. Could you guys see my screen? Can all of you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Could you see this name, Hegel? It's a noun, Hegel. Did you see that?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Before I say that, I wanted to tell you one thing. Do you guys know the meaning of the word philosophy? Any one of you? What does the word philosophy means? You can tell me in your own language, in your mother tongue.
Sir,
Darshan.
darshan. Sir, darshan, sir.
Darshan. When you are saying darshan, will all of you agree with me? It means a view of someone. Shubha,
Yes,
do you?
sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
You are saying a view of someone, which also means there is a logic of someone. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
And when
Yes,
I
sir.
am saying the word logic, it has a strong connection with coherence.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
That
sir.
is, I took an example of a philosopher. Please don't take me wrong, like I'm giving you an example of philosophy because I love reading philosophy. Fine, so Hegel, a very well-known German philosopher, very old, though you could see 1770 to 1831. It won't be wrong to say Hegel was the first philosopher who introduced the concept of coherence. If you read his article, I really don't recommend you because you might need a dictionary, and every time you're reading it, you might be cursing me, you might be abusing me. Why did sir recommend you to read that? But if you read, you will see how each paragraph he uses to develop a logic to tell that. Like one of the theory of Hegel is, it's like he says everything happens for a reason. Like according to a Hegel, if we're meeting right now, there is a reason that we are meeting right now. Hegel also says, आप किसी चीज को अगर पूरे शिद्दत से चाहते हो तो पूरे कायनात जुड़ जाते हैं उसको जुटाने में. बताइए कौन सी मूवी का डायलॉग है? Who can tell it? I know this is an English class, not an Hindi class. Any guesses, anyone?
Om Shanti
Shah
Om.
Rukh Khan's movie.
Jailer.
Who said that?
Sir, Om Shanti Om.
Yes, who is saying that? I am asking the name. Is it Devjyoti or who said?
Sir, Shubro. Sir,
Shubho.
Shubro.
Yes, sir.
Shub-
Om Shanti Om.
Yes, Shubro, you are a big Shah Rukh Khan fan, Shubro.
Not
Yes, sir, he
like
is.
that.
Oh, okay,
Yes,
fine.
he
You're
is.
absolutely right. So this was also something said by the Hegel. Hegel said, when you want something, if your thinking is very strong, the entire universe gets to. Anyhow, coming to that. See, this is an introduction to Hegel's famous work. I'm assuming all of you know nothing about Hegel. I'm assuming you don't know what is Hegel's famous work is. Like, say, for instance, Rabindranath Tagore's famous work is Gitanjali. You don't know. See how through these, only through one paragraph, the author is developing a coherence and cohesion. This I have taken from Hegel's book. See, Hegel, this is also something a very powerful author see that. Could you see in the bracket 1770 to 1831? Could you guys see these
Yes, sir.
figures?
Yes,
What
sir.
does this figures denote? Any idea? Any guesses? Devjyoti,
Birth
any?
year and death
Sir,
year.
birthday
Sir,
and
birth
date, sir.
and death.
And
Birth and born.
Yeah, birth year and death year. Why do you think these years are important? Any idea? Any guesses? Please guess. See, that's how I'm trying to
Sir,
bring it out.
who is the reader, sir? He may be interested in his life, sir.
Yeah, Shubhu, but apart from that also, like say for instance, Shubhu, 40 years from now, let's assume 40 years from now, Shubhu, there is not Corona, and maybe I might be alive, I might not be alive also, but you will surely be alive. That time, Shubhu, maybe you are quoting me, and in bracket you have written 1921, and your article is on COVID. Do you think the year 21 has a connection with COVID?
No, sir.
Of course it does, Shubho, because 1920, sorry, 2021 has a strong connection with COVID. We all are going through the pandemic.
Sir, you said 1921, sir.
I'm sorry, I mean 2021.
Yes, sir.
Are you getting me? Many times the year is denoted to make the readers understand what time the person whom I'm talking about belonged to. Because like when Hegel was writing all this thing, obviously there was no mobile, there was no technology. People didn't know how to fly over the sky also. There was no aeroplane being discovered. So anybody who is reading will know, okay, the author belonged to that era. Am I being able to make you understand?
Yes,
I
sir.
get see
Yes, sir.
just two figures, 1770, 80, 31, and it looks so good. Cohesion. Am I being able to make you understand?
Yes, sir.
Should I proceed? Yes, see, was one of the most influential of the modern thinkers, comma. See the use of punctuation, comma. Why? Because the author is giving a logic. Logic for what? See the coherence. For his philosophy was a source of contemporary totalitarianism. Totalitarianism, any guesses what does this word means? The word has a total in it. What will so totalitarianism mean?
So in totality.
In totality, absolutely. So, a contemporary totalitarianism, which means a complete totality of current, both of the left and of the right. Left and right is two disciplines of the philosophy. Full stop. In its technical aspect, see, first the author has given you the logic in a very simple way, which is very easy English to understand. Most influential of the modern thinkers. See the use of the word most. All of you know the meaning of the word most. Most influential of the modern thinkers. Why? Because his philosophy gave a complete approach, full stop. Again, seen another logic in its technical aspect. Now he's giving another view, another perspective. What perspective? Technical perspective. In its technical aspects, the system gave the most coherent formulation. Did you see that I said to you? He was the first one who gave every logic point by point. Like when you do an equation, remember in algebra, you're doing an equation, you remember?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Like the way you get after every point of then you finally come to a conclusion in trigonometry. You have trigonometry, right? You study trigonometry.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Exactly the same way Hegel used to give logic. In fact, after Hegel, only this word coherent became so important, right? So 1 minute. Yes. So